Hello and welcome in. I am now live. I just want to know the real reason. What is the real reason? And I need my tea. What's the real reason, y'all? Hey, Roxy. How you doing? Good afternoon. John P. Good afternoon. How y'all doing? I'm digging. I'm not saying I know the real reason yet, but I'm digging. We'll look at it a little bit, but I don't have the real answers. Well, thank you very much, John P. Hello, Chew. How you doing? Thank you very much. Hello, Carol. Carol Sunflower. Hello. What is the real reason, y'all? I'm not going to say that I'm going to have answers today. Hello, Paris Logan. How you doing? Just going to present a little bit of evidence and ask you all what's the real reason. Hello, Kim Blanchard. Much love. 4:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The heat is coming back to South Carolina. Finally, the cloud cover is kind of moving away today. Hello, Mike Smith. How you doing? I'm here to ask, what is the real reason? There's got to be something else we're not thinking about. And as you know, Super Dave is going to be digging after this live stream and looking into it a little bit more, y'all, because there's got to be another reason than what we're being told. Let's come in and talk about it. Hello, Lisa C. There's a reason for everything, y'all. Hello, Rooster Cogburn. How you doing, man? Good to see y'all. Thank y'all. I might play this little short audio. I forgot my tea, y'all. I wasn't going to keep this live very long. Not all night, not 2 hours, not anything like that. But I am pondering this thing. Like, man, there's a real reason for this. Other than what is it? It's always something different than what we've been told. Think about it. Are we going to be invaded? Is there something somebody knows? I'm just asking you all. There's people out there that know more than I do, y'all. And it's probably you all, for real. Hello, Denise Boyd Martinez. I don't have no answers. I'm just going by what I see out there online. Hello, Ryan in North Carolina. You think it's Palantir, huh? What is that? I'm not watching from my other phone. I was going to play a video from it and then watch. Let me see what you said. Is that what it is? I don't even know what that says, Brian. You got me stumped, man. For real. Welcome in, everyone. Yeah, let me play this. We got a little crowd in already. Is it? Is it? It's going to be mentioned in the video that I'm going to play the audio of. I mean, is it really for what they're telling us? To clean up Washington, D.C. The troops were deployed, National Guard, in L.A. or somewhere over there, and now in Washington, D.C. Let me play this video, y'all. I don't have all the answers. I'm like, man, there's something really going on. It's just like to creep. Let me play this video first, y'all.
America might actually be heading toward a domestic conflict, the kind of situation where things slip completely out of Trump's hands. Right now, Donald Trump is facing massive criticism across the country. First, he deployed troops in Los Angeles, and now Washington, D.C., the very capital of the United States, has been handed over to the military. The National Guard is deployed, and not just them. FBI, ATF, U.S. Marshals, and Special Commando units are now scattered all across the city. This move has shocked Americans. They're asking, what on earth is going on? Trump says he's using his emergency powers to crack down on gangs and rising crime. But when you dig deeper into the background, the story is much bigger and far more serious. America is entering one of the most dangerous phases in its history. There's even talk that some states could start pushing for independence. Trump's official reason? Crime is skyrocketing, and there's a...
Hello, Randy Woods. Rage Against the Machine. Thank you all for coming in to Bud Files. I want to know the real reason, y'all. Other than what we're being told. Crime. Look, crime, they say, has went down 35%. Since what? I don't remember. Since the start of the new year or something like that. Crime has been going down. Look, y'all. I can't help but ponder this thing like, is this going to trickle into other states? Is this a test? Is this martial law? Is this to take down the deep state? Is this? What is it? Let me finish playing the video, y'all.
Crackdown on illegal immigration. But underneath that, the real crisis is economic. Inflation has exploded to historic levels. Prices have never been this high in U.S. history. Tariffs on India, China, and the rest of the world have backfired, turning into a massive headache for the American economy. And the worst part? Ordinary Americans are the ones paying the price. When people can't afford basic goods, crime inevitably rises. Gangs from Mexico, Venezuela, and other countries are spreading across U.S. cities, and the crime rate in some states is off the charts. But here's the twist. Trump's crime explanation might just be a cover. Behind the scenes, sources say he's preparing for something far more volatile.
It may just be an excuse. The crime, the homelessness. I looked up yesterday, 4,500 people homeless in Washington, D.C. I'm seeing videos out there in different places that they're going into black neighborhoods and stuff. I mean, antagonizing. Look, I'm not picking and choosing anybody, y'all. What's the real reason?
Upcoming decisions that could send masses of people flooding into the streets in protest. And when crowds march in America, the first place they head is Washington, D.C., straight toward the White House. That's why Trump has militarized the Capitol, not for crime control, but to protect himself. Police and regular law enforcement could have handled crime, but bringing in the military, that's a whole different game. This is about securing power in case things spiral out of control. U.S. intelligence agencies usually warn the president months in advance if unrest is coming, whether due to economic collapse, tariff wars, or shortages. Right now, those warnings are in full swing. The danger? A split in loyalties. In moments of crisis, police departments, guard units, even federal agencies can suddenly take sides. Trump knows this. That's why he's tightening his grip now. Meanwhile, tensions between states and the federal government are growing. Governors are pushing back against Trump's orders, some even threatening open defiance. This is the kind of environment where one wrong spark could set off a full-scale internal conflict. And internationally, India has just dropped another bombshell, announcing that they won't be using the US dollar for certain trades, shifting to rupees instead. Moves like this weaken the dollar's global power, scare investors, and push America closer to economic trouble.
Are we going into an economic collapse? You know, look at the bigger picture of things, y'all. Who they going to blame when there's an economic collapse? Who are the people down here on the ground, they're going to blame Washington, D.C., right? Who's running the country? We've watched everything, y'all, spiral out of control. We're going downhill. We're losing it as a country. I get it. Is this like a big security reason? I mean, what is the real reason, y'all? How many's here? 22? Yeah. Hello, Kim Blanchard. Yes. Bullcrap. Don't fall for the Trump scam. That's why I'm asking, what is the real reason? The Trump scam tells us crime and homelessness. That's why I'm here, to get everybody thinking, y'all, there's something going on. Let me finish playing that video.
For the first time, looks like America might actually be heading toward a domestic conflict.
Well,
the kind of situation where things slip.
I kind of lost it. All right, let's go.
Of a full-scale internal conflict. And internationally, India has just dropped another bombshell, announcing that they won't be using the U.S. dollar for certain trades, shifting to rupees instead. Moves like this weaken the dollar's global power, scare investors, and push America closer to economic trouble. Add to that fuel shortages, rising food prices, medicine scarcity, and you have a recipe for public outrage. When people can't afford to live, they take to the streets. That's been true throughout history from Europe to the U.S. We've been here before. Remember the Civil War of the 1860s? Many experts say the current climate is even more dangerous. All it needs is one major trigger. Trump's promises to take down the establishment.
That's what I've been saying. One major trigger, something. We got a storm coming, y'all. I've been warning of this for 2 weeks now. The perfect storm. We talk about other things, food prices and all this stuff. A housing crisis. It's coming. I know it is. I feel it it's so many things that's going to fall together to cause a perfect storm. I'm going to look at y'all's opinions in a little bit, y'all. But I want to look at a few other things as I go along. The Watchman. How are you doing? Randy Woods. Let's see what he says. I forgot my tea, y'all. First round of Trump of oil thing. Why did Ivanka get a patent on a voting machine from China? This news got lost in the first term. What? Yeah, my grandkids are in there playing. So if y'all hear any bumping or any noise, and they're little girls that love to play rough and all that, you know how it is, y'all, if you got grandchildren. So please excuse the noise. We got to do our research. We got to figure out. We got to watch videos. People that live in that area of what's really going on. There's agents all over the place. ICE, all the 3-letter agencies, you name it. Along with the National Guard troops, and police are militarized. All this stuff, y'all. People are saying, you look all over social media, that this is martial law. And a lot of people's been saying it for several years now, that it was coming. Is this what's coming to our area? And he's threatening to go into other places like Chicago. I do my homework, y'all, but I don't know everything. I'm just trying to relate a message out there and get y'all thinking, like, is it crime? After the crime, I mean, think about it. After the gangs and the homelessness are all rounded up, look, theorizing. People are theorizing everywhere, y'all. Like, what is next and who is next? I've had a saying over here. When they come after you and I've not been there for you, they got you. And then when they come after me, because I didn't help you, you know what I'm saying, y'all? They're saying, look, that a revolution. I hate to throw words out there like that, y'all. I don't really want to. So I'm asking everyone here, I wasn't going to do this live stream that long, y'all. Let me see if there's a little bit left of this video. I hope y'all could hear it good. Let's see if there's a little bit left.
Establishment now ring hollow to many. He came in as an anti-establishment figure, but now appears to be serving the very powers he claimed to fight. And when the establishment is done with you, history shows they toss you aside. India's recent moves, Modi's talks with world leaders, and Trump's upcoming meeting with Putin, it's all a tangled game of global politics. But on the streets of America, the real battle is over money, prices, and survival. Routinier, the reality, Trump is losing the tariff war, inflation is out of control, and civil unrest is no longer just a possibility. It's looking more and more inevitable. Stay tuned, because if this escalates, the next chapter in America's story could be written in chaos. Looks like America might actually...
All right, y'all, let me get rid of that and go ahead and go to the chat, because I want to hear everybody's opinion. And I said this live stream would not be that long. It's up to you all. I might, if you want to be a guest on the channel, if you're smart and you know what's going on, I'll give you 5, 10, 15 minutes to talk about it. Just let me know in the chat, and I'll give you the microphone, and you tell us what's really going on. Are they going to come out like with a new pokey dokey and try to make everybody take it? I'm just asking questions. I'm not saying that's what's going on. Yeah, let's read the chat before I go on and show a couple videos before I end the live stream. I just want everybody thinking like, and be aware of your surroundings, you know. We'll know if they come to South Carolina, of course. We'll know if they go to your state in North Carolina or anywhere else. Because they're going to probably tell us ahead of time, you know. But what is really going on, y'all? What is the motivation of these ground troops and all this stuff happening up there in Washington, D.C.? Let me read the chat a little bit before I go on. I'm not busy right now. Take as long as you want. Well, thank you very much, Mike Smith. Thank you. Hello, Kathy Berryman. I can't really say what's going on. It would probably shut down your channel. I throw these words around like martial law and stuff. I mean, I don't really, worry about it. But in a way, I do. I mean, Randy Woods, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I don't know who you are really, but that means a lot. It helps my channel. Thank you so very much. God bless you, brother. Thank you. And I'll play it. I need some new videos to do this with. Hello, T. Racy. How are you been doing? Thank you for being here and coming in. Thank you very much. What do you have any clue like what's going on? We just had one in the chat. Just say it shut my channel down. Anybody, look, I'll give you time. I don't care what you say. I mean, if you say what you think is the truth or whatever, I'll give you your 5 minutes of, you can stay behind the avatar. You don't have to come up, do whatever you want to do, but you can, and play your voice and tell us what you really think. This is your opportunity to tell us what you really think is going on. I don't mind if you use words like martial law or anything. I mean, something's going on, y'all. And I know tomorrow and the next day will reveal more of what's going on. But the earlier we figure it out, we'll have a heads up, y'all. Kind of like way back in 2020, when we figured out as a community that the pokey dokey was not for us. I'll just put it that way, y'all, for real. Because I had it figured out. People in the community are saying, like, healthy people don't need shots, you know? And I was like, well, healthy people don't need shots. So that led us one step to the other, like, we'll wait to see what happens. But anyway, let's get to the subject at hand. What is the real reason, y'all? Think about it. There's a lot of channels out there and people they don't care what the community thinks. They don't even know themselves, y'all. I do know Monograph. If you don't watch the Monograph channel, he's got a video out there proving what he said, that there would be troops in Washington, D.C. on August 12th. And he used it through mathematical works and all that. But I was like, what is the reason, you know? What is the reason? Let me read the chat. The Stock Explorer, how you doing? Let me back up a little bit. They're making people brain dead in the hospital to get parts. Are they doing this with the homeless people? And a lot of people, I watch a lot of videos, y'all. I can't show everything. They saying these homeless people will be shipped far away. You know, most homeless people not even accounted for anymore from their families, and, you know, don't even know if they really went missing forever, let's say. Nobody would never know what really happened to them. You might have something there, the Watchman. You might have something. I'm just running my mouth, Kim Blanchard, but thank you. Thank you. I'm just talking. I want everybody else to think about it, y'all. Always love you, Super Dave. Thank you. Appreciate you bringing us to fellowship. Well, thank you. I need my glasses, and I don't have them in the room at the time. I don't even have my tea, y'all, but we've been live 22 minutes, and I hesitated about this live stream. I really did. I just, you know, we got to prepare, y'all. We know something bigger is coming. We've talked about it. The perfect storm is on the way. And I was one of the first here in the summertime. Like, things are lining up, y'all. The economy is falling apart. We have all this immigration problem, all this homeless problem, the prices of food, mortgages, people's losing their homes. We have a crisis. And that's what they need up there. You know, all these words that I use and throw around, y'all, they need a crisis. You heard me say this 2 or 3 weeks ago. In case you wasn't here, you didn't hear it. But if you was, you heard me say it. They need a crisis to take full power and do whatever they're going to do with us. Let's say, whatever they think they're going to do, force us into the next move or whatever they want to do, y'all. Which I know some of these words I can't throw around. So I'm like, sometimes I'll go from one subject to the other, but I want everybody thinking, and I do that for the algorithm, y'all, because this is for entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate that. That means the world to me. Thank you. It helps my channel. We're growing over here at Super Dave's. We really are, y'all, and I thank you. All right. Yes. Thank you, Miss Kim Blanchard. Thank you. That from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you. I cut the music off, y'all, because yeah, if you want to, let me try that one more time. Because you're welcome to come up and give you 2 cents about it. You don't have to show your face. You give me your voice or what you think. And I can't get it to paste. Son of a gun. I didn't know your eyes would be like, man, I've looked at the blue screen so much. Yeah. I can't get it to copy and paste again now. I know I can't get anyone to come up. But anyway, let's read the chat a little bit more. I wanted to show a couple videos before I leave. Super Dave, what one deserve a song day by Super Dave? Randy Woods, thank you. God bless you, man. I don't do it for the money because I hardly ever make any, y'all. But hey, I made a little bit today, and I thank you so much. Thank you. Problem, reaction, solution, Kathy Behrman. Problem, reaction, solution. It's just not enough people out here talking about it, y'all. You can go out here and look at videos of people's opinions and things like that. I mean, in a way, I'm not saying it's going to spill over into the rest of America, but this could be a testing ground, you know, to see what's going to happen. And they're saying Alligator Alcatraz, there's an insider, I supposedly, y'all, is being emptied out. Alligator Alcatraz is being emptied out, is what, I mean, I can't believe everything I see and hear out there, y'all, but if that's even true, like, you know, what's the reason for it? Could it be connected to this of what's going on in Washington, D.C., you know? Thank you very much, Randy Woods. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Here, let's play one more. Well, you know, inquiring minds want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, y'all. Is it something to do with Epstein, let's say? Just saying. Or is this president using this military to protect him? You know, in a case like that, I'm just saying, I'm not accusing anybody. You have to look at the many things that connect all this together, you know, up until now, let's say. What a way to put it, you know, but still, thank you very much, Mike Smith. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to also. They keep finding blood clots. Well, yeah, that brings me to the story the other day, which was and is, in my opinion, a false flag event. August 8th, remember Emory College shooting, you know, CDC. Supposedly, y'all, I mean, is there more people going to wake up? You know, they've had all this time. I mean, I'm like, why now would one person do this when there's already been people out there? I'm just asking questions, y'all. People already sick, you know, with blood clots and all these things, y'all. Young people, myocarditis and all this. I mean, I'm not trying to get nobody worked up in a panic or a frenzy or anything. I want us thinking together, y'all. I want us realizing that if something big is coming, you know, we'd be on top of it. We'll know what's going on. Is it something to force us? You know, I don't have that new ID, the real ID, let's say. And if they say, you know, you got to get it, we're going to force you to get it. Then I guess I would get it, okay? That's not going to kill me, for real. I don't know, y'all, depopulation. Let me talk about that a minute. We was warned about in the Deagle thing, y'all. You know all about the story. I don't even have to go through it all again. Depopulation. It's the year 2025, y'all, the golden age time, the year of the snake. And it just goes on and on. Depopulation, Deagle. They had it wrote down for everybody to see. Hello, Mama Rages. Good day, friends. Good day. Yes, they keep finding blood clots. Of course they do. Thank you. I want you to know what they're up to. I won't. We don't never really know what they're up to, y'all. Someone has to stop the killing. Okay. But crime has fallen 35%. You can look it up. I mean, there's videos everywhere about it. Crime has fallen 35% in that area, let's say. I mean, like, why didn't you do it at the high point of the crime, you know? Why now when it's falling? Just asking questions, y'all, because here it is in August. Yeah, we got September 11 coming up, and the wintertime. There's a new variant of the COVID that's on the rise in America. I mean, really, this is the man that pushed warp speed on everybody, y'all. Which he even gives himself credit. He's the grandfather of it all. So, yeah, if they come out with another one and they do want to push one of those on us to fight cancer, I don't have cancer yet. I'm not saying I won't get it, mRNA, to fight cancer. Is that what it's really going to do, fight cancer? Yeah, aren't there other cures for cancer? I mean, like, why now? Hello, Matt Davis. Yes, thank you. Rage Against the Machine, doesn't surprise me, and what else? I mean, Miss Linda DeBose, I guess we live in a small town, I'd say, out in the country somewhere. We're not in the big city, places like that will be affected first if there's something going down. You know, if something's going down. I think it's just I think it's a test ground, y'all. All this is it's to clean it up too. I believe that. But the deep state and all, let's play a couple videos. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Randy Woods and Kim Blanchard. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the support. A lot of times I get lost in the confusion of it all, y'all. And I may present the wrong question or the wrong answer, not thinking exactly like you, let's say. Everybody's going to think a little bit differently about all this stuff, you know? I'm not over here conspiring or anything about it, y'all. It's just that a lot of videos are coming out there and people are saying, and people, good channels with credibility and all this are saying, this is martial law. Thank you again, Miss Kim Blanchard. Thank you. You don't have to do all that, but hey, I really appreciate it, though. I really do. Thank you so very much. I tell you, I don't do it for the money, but hey, I might start doing it for the money when it comes to the money. I'm just kidding, y'all. I've had a lot of fun on YouTube. I've enjoyed all the fun I've had with everybody, seeking answers and looking into stuff, you know. And a lot of times we do know the answers as a community. But yeah, thank you very much, Miss Kim Blanchard. I want to be one out here that dares ask the questions, you know, not ashamed to beat around the bush or anything. You know, asking questions, there's nothing wrong with it. You're not going to find the answers if you don't ask questions. Let me play a couple videos. I'm just showing you my appreciation. And thank you very much, Miss Kim Blanchard. Buckeye Jim. Donnie is making it sound racial in D.C. Racial in D.C. that's what I was saying. There's some of these troops are showing up in black neighborhoods. Let's play a video or two for off the wall for just if I can get it to play on the way out. All right, let me see. I had a good juicy one or two over here. So, yeah, maybe it has something to do with, which we all know everything's a show, y'all. I mean, a script, all this stuff. But I want to throw this out here because, you know, maybe it has something to do with the deep state. Let's say, I mean, just for one moment. Sources, she tell me that admitted communist Islamic convert and traitor John Brennan has fled the country and is hiding out in Austria, where NBC has built a makeshift studio for him to make it appear that he is in the United States. Wanted for treason. A lot of people saying even Obama is wrapped up in all this stuff. Remember? I just want to spark your memory, y'all. Which I know they were robbing the Treasury back in his time. Who was that Treasury Secretary? That little short guy? They were stealing money, y'all, and giving it all to, what, 1.7 billion to Iran and stuff. If any of this is really real, treason. There's a lot of them guilty for treason, y'all. But just saying, this is like a news story that's come out 16 hours ago that John Brennan, if you even remember, I don't even know. If you care, I don't even know. But just wanted to throw it out there. Could be related, could not be. I mean, just anything's possible anymore, y'all. Let me check a couple more videos. I don't really want to put it out there about the black neighborhood thing because I think maybe they'll get mad about it here on YouTube. So yeah, I didn't see anybody come up when I put the link out there. I mean, this National Guard, they're not walking around, a lot of them, with rifles and, you know, guns in their hands and all this stuff at the moment, let's say. But I was going to try to get a guest to come up earlier, right before I went live, but I couldn't get him to respond. And I wanted his opinion about all this too. But let's show one more video before we go. I'm sweating in this room. I don't have my tea. It got up to like 95 today in South Carolina. I enjoy, being here with everybody, but I just don't want to wear a subject completely out when I start asking these questions, you know, that there's more research to be done. There's more, you know, to look up and watch for, you know, like what is the next move if any of this, you know, is going to something else, let's say. So yeah, this is, in case you hadn't seen, troops pouring into DC.
Troops are now moving down Wilshire. They're headed towards central LA right now. You can see lots of reinforcements and a huge huge presence right now of troops. This is very big. Wow. Wow, this is really big. You can see, I mean, this is a huge presence. Troops are now moving down Wilshire. They're headed towards...
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I mentioned that, Rebecca Lynn. Please help our sister Joey if you're able to. On the 13th, I guess that's tomorrow, right? I wanted to make sure I did not miss to remind everyone to keep Joey Calhoun in prayer, please. She's having, I believe, a neck surgery or some type of, some type of surgery or something. I try to remember everything well. Please keep Joey Calhoun in your prayers. And if you can, contribute $1, anything, GoFundMe right there. Rebecca Lynn put out there. Please do so. I try to help people, but I don't announce it. I mean, if I've done anything anywhere, I don't announce it. I mean, I've been scorned many times I learned my lesson. Like, I showed a video of me at a flea market and I approached this homeless man, just sitting in a wheelchair, and I was scorned for it. I gave the man a few dollars. I really did, y'all. I mean, and I learned, don't be boastful about it. Don't tell everybody what you do. Do things in secret, and the Lord will bless you for it, Just saying, y'all. Let me see if I can. Because I remember, let me look one more time and one thing. I'm just looking before I end the live stream. I hate to end it. I know people's got dinner, supper, and all these things to do tonight. Breaking news. Ringing out in D.C., Navy Yard, less than 1 mile from the Capitol building. Over 100 black teens have taken over the park, terrorizing the neighborhood. Well, see, this is like things that it's about, I'm supposing at the moment. Cleaning the crime up. I'm not saying they should profile anybody, but wherever crime is, I get it. And I do believe crime needs to be cleaned up. But I want to think a little bit outside the box about, will this spread over, to civilized people, to an economy crashing, a civil war. Maybe they would cause a civil war, Just saying, y'all, they spark something. All it's going to take is the wrong move in this country for something big to happen, because it's like, we're at that brink, y'all. There's a fine line between love and hate, let's say. A fine line between peace and war. All it takes is one wrong move, y'all, and big things could start happening. Just saying, y'all. All right, let me get the opinion of everyone here before I go. I'm kind of exhausted on this subject at the moment. What is the real reason? Now put your final answer out there, y'all, because I'm going to read it. Do that for me. Joey Calhoun, good to see you. Crime can be stopped without the military and the police being militarized. Mike Smith, The police, they say, won't do their job in a lot of places. They're outnumbered in a lot of places. You know what I mean? The police might not want to get out there and really hurt and kill people, you know? Be like, you know, we started something and made a disaster out of it. So we'll just let the military take care of it. Just saying, y'all. Control, absolute control, says Randy Woods. Normalize enforcement practices. Sounds good, Buckeye Jim. Normalize enforcement practices. Yes. We need to normalize the law. You know, the law anymore, people don't even pay attention to the law. Just saying. Crime is out of control. I agree, y'all. I agree wholeheartedly, 100%. Crimes in these big cities and places are really out of control. If that's what it's about, I hope they get it all under control. You know, because I do believe that we should have a safe America for you to be able to walk down the street and all this stuff, y'all. Because you got people stealing and looting and causing prices to go up, you know. It won't take a day for a lot of these stores and Walmarts and Targets to be emptied out, you know. If there was a real riot, let's say. Because crime is out of control, y'all. People think they can get away with stuff. But I'm just proposing the question, like, where is this going? Time will only tell, I know. Is that martial law? It's kind of like what martial law looks like, right? Is there a law against this? Think about it. This is not even supposed to happen, let's say. Troops on the streets of America. Like, what have we come to, you know? Has it come to that? Just saying, y'all. I mean, thank you very much for the super chats, everybody. Let me read a little bit more. Police officers are being killed too, right? Miss Linda DeBose, I get it. I offer everybody's opinion. I give mine. I know crime is bad. I know homelessness is bad. People need help. The economy is falling. The prices of everything is like you can't get a bag of groceries anymore. I get it. Prices do go up over time. But we are in a surge, you know, where prices are really going up more than expected, you know. People's pay is not going up. Rent is out of control. Everything, you know, people's just, no wonder why we have a homeless problem. And I don't think people should be in prison or anything. I think a lot of these homeless people are on drugs. A lot of them. I got video. I looked at videos in Philadelphia. It's a bad problem, y'all. People just like zombies. Whoever's dealing this stuff to them ought to be imprisoned. Think of the lives they're taking and affecting and destroying. You know, they should be in prison the rest of their lives doing people that way. I'm not one to sit here and say anybody should get away with anything. You know, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, where is this all going? And I named things like depopulation. And I named things, you know, like we know that other things could be coming too later on in the year. 2025 is just getting started. Not really, but who knows? With all the things that are let's pray, y'all. Pray for our country. Pray for each other. Pray for the homeless people. Pray for everybody. You know, because prayer changes things and God will move in our favor, y'all, to protect us. to heal us, to give us strength. I believe it, y'all. Many times the good Lord has given me strength, and I don't never mean to down nobody. As far as homeless people and people that can't help it, there are little children out there being hurt and stuff, y'all. It's a terrible place to be in the world, I know. And the world is not really a kind place to be. It don't. A lot of people wake up and realize that the world, unless you care about it, the world ain't gonna care about you. You got to get up and pull your bootstraps up and pray, get strength, get a job, and do these things, you know. You got to do for yourself, y'all, because if you don't do for yourself, a lot of people will turn away from you if you don't, you know, somebody just laying out on drugs and stuff, y'all. You want to help somebody, but if they can't help themselves and don't want to help themselves, then you're like, well, I'm beating a dead horse. I get it, y'all. I know. I understand. I've kind of been there in a lot of situations, you know, myself. I have family too, y'all. I got family too. Just saying. For real, y'all. Felix the Cat, how you doing? The false conception of authority. I got family too, for real. I'm going to let y'all go, y'all. I just want you to think about it and pray. Because prayer changes things. Your papers, please. The Watchman. Hey, I got some somewhere. Not all police are lawless. You're right. That's a broad assumption. I believe that. There's some good cops out there, y'all. Cops would help you, pick you up off the street if you was there. You know, there's some good cops out there. But when it comes to the fine, thin line or whatever you call it, you know, it traps a lot of good cops into a bad system too. You know, you all know all this stuff, y'all. You know what I'm saying too. Communities used to watch out for each other. We didn't even lock our doors when I was growing up, says Mike Smith. Walmart, martial law, Felix, your papers, Marsha. Buckeye Jim, they want us to see it as a new normal, some might say. Randy Wood says, trust me, as a military man, we all fear being ordered to stand against the civilian population. So I guess that tells me you would if you had to. Yeah. We are in the end times. Well, hopefully you take it easy on us. Chris Cola, thank you for being here. Don't play ball in the house. Miss 9 meals and watch how mean they get. T. Racy, yes, I remember too, has changed so much now. There is more like martial law. It's not even martial law, right? Yeah. I don't want to wear it out, y'all. But I just wanted to, everything going up used to get teabag shopping for $8. Now it's $28. Yeah, I remember going shopping like, say, 20 years ago. What I could get for $50 now is like $150. And we all know that. My car insurance, not too long ago, on one of my vehicles, just for liability. Now, this is affecting everything, y'all. Just for liability now, I'm serious. I have a clean driving record, too. And been that way for years. Just for liability on one of my vehicles was $260 every 6 months. And that's the truth, because I've been clean for years. Now it's over $400. I don't try to tell my business, y'all, but it's the truth. Everything is going up. And, we're going to have to do without on some things. If you have, let's say, direct TV or something, you might have to do without it. Something, you might have to do without. And it's okay for the time being, because maybe later on you can get it back. Let's say, if things get under control. If not, then that's just the way it is. Y'all have a blessed night. I hope to see y'all tomorrow. Maybe we'll have a little bit more information about this, Maybe we'll see a little bit more understanding about all this. If it's just to clean up crime and help homeless people, I'm all for it. But if it goes anywhere else, just saying, they know what they're doing up there, let's say, in the White House. Just saying, y'all, they know what's coming. Would be a reason why it was done. Just saying, y'all. They know, but we don't know. I just still believe there's a storm coming. I really believe that, y'all.